I should have never grabbed that book. I've always loved thrift stores. There's something about sifting through other people's discarded items, searching for hidden treasures, that thrills me. So when I found an old leather-bound journal at a local shop, I bought it without a second thought. The journal was filled with pages of neat, cursive handwriting, chronicling the life of a man named Henry. His entries were mundane at first, notes about the weather, his job, his garden. But then, they took a darker turn. August 12th, 1984. Found a strange doll in the attic. Must have belonged to the previous owners. Its eyes seemed to follow me around the room. I don't like the feeling it gives me. August 20th, 1984. Can't sleep. Keep hearing whispers. The doll is always in a different place when I wake up. I know I didn't move it. August 25th, 1984. I tried to throw the doll away, but it was back in the attic this morning. How is this happening? I'm starting to feel watched all the time. September 1st, 1984. Woke up with scratches all over my arms. I'm scared. What does this doll want from me? The entries stopped abruptly after that. Intrigued and a bit spooked, I decided to investigate. I found an address at the back of the journal and, on a whim, drove out to the old house. It was abandoned, a decaying shell of what it once was. Windows were shattered and the front door hung off its hinges. I searched the attic and, to my shock, found the doll. It was exactly as Henry described, small with glassy eyes that seemed too lifelike, almost human. I brought it home, thinking it would make for an interesting, albeit creepy, conversation piece. That night, the whispers started. Faint at first, just a soft murmur that I could almost convince myself was the wind. But they grew louder, more insistent, like a chorus of angry voices. I couldn't make out the words, but the tone was malevolent, filled with hatred and malice. I woke up the next morning with deep scratches on my arms, just like Henry. The doll was sitting on my dresser, though I was sure I had left it in the living room. My heart raced as I realized it was not just a coincidence. I tried to get rid of it. I burned it, but the next morning it was back, completely unscathed, sitting on my bed. Panic set in. I threw it in the river, drove miles away and left it in the woods, but every time it returned, as if tethered to me by some unseen force. The whispers grew louder, and now they're not just at night. I hear them all the time, hateful voices that won't let me sleep or think. They echo through my home, relentless and unforgiving. I'm writing this as a warning. If you ever find an old leather-bound journal in a thrift store, leave it. Don't read it. Don't bring it into your home. The whispers are growing louder. They're here with me now, and they're angry. They want something, and I don't know what it is. I don't know how much longer I can last. If anyone reads this, please help me.